Welcome to Attack and Adventures today. Today, I'm just doing an intro because I already did the video that you're going to be seeing here in a minute. But the intro, I want to just say thank you to Tucker Upper. I sent them something in the mail, and I sent them my card of what my YouTube is, and I didn't suspect that they would put it up, but they did, and I appreciate it very much. Also, today's video is about expression of yourself, or expression, because I just wanted to explain that whenever I did the video, I did express myself because they were having, we went to the museum in Raleigh for the Vietnam thing that they had going on, or for the wall, the Vietnam Wall thing that they had. And during that time, they had another exhibit going on of military men that drew and expressed their ways in art, and I wanted to videotape it. So if you're a military person, or even with not being a military person, we should always express ourselves in art, music, and whatever you do in your life that helps you express yourself. But during this time, when I ran up the steps, you'll hear me breathing hard, and there was protesters outside protesting against the Second Amendment. And during that time, these women and men had their children holding cards and making a statement that they don't need the Second Amendment right, which a 5-year-old isn't going to understand that. But during that time, they also, when the protest was over, there was a helicopter sitting on near the grounds of the museum, and these men and women would go and let their child sit in a military helicopter. And that, to me, is contradicting what you just went and walked for or protested against. And because actually the military sits out the window with a gun in Vietnam, and they had to use their Second Amendment right to bear arms. They had to use their Second Amendment right to save their lives, basically. So it was contradicting what they were protesting against. So I was a little bit mad, so I expressed my opinion and my feelings, and just like anybody should, because we live in America, and that's what the First Amendment right is about. It's expressing your freedom of speech. So y'all go attack today, and usually my videos are up on Mondays and every week, and I can't do a vlog every day because what I do my vlogs about is not an everyday thing. So y'all go attack the day in your neighborhood, and I say attack the day like seize the day. You go seize the day for what it is and what you make it to be. So thank you for watching, and click that like button and hit that subscribe button, and thank you.
This is just a kind of like a watercolor paint done up in remembrance of the Beirut Memorial. It's primarily the service members that were lost in that barracks bombing in Beirut. Was I know one of the platoons was Charlie Company, 2nd Combat Engineers. I actually worked with a few of the survivors. There may have been only 2, but they were still able to make a career out of it. What happened was a truck come into the gate. Most of the Marines were under off time, so they were asleep.
Yeah.
But you had a couple that were on duty, and they were probably the lucky ones in that building. When that building came down, I think it was a dump truck brushed the gate, just detonated close to the building.
And it makes sense. There's a Marine flag, so you were a Marine. So, but Beirut Memorial all on canvas, not watercolors, but
Really nice.
yeah, that is.
But the memorial is down in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
So we're in the War of History Museum today because they had everything about the Vietnam veterans, and they have that art show again, which I wanted to come back to. But you've seen some of the stuff that we've done today. But I want to say something while we're at this American Red Cross, healing the warrior's heart through art. I might show the protesters that were downstairs moving around outside. They had a big thing. But then when they were done, and it was for guns, basically, to get rid of the guns or whatever they were doing. But it was basically for that. But then they would go and come into here to look at the Vietnam veteran stuff or go to the helicopter. But they don't understand, if it wasn't for that veteran or for those people that fought in those wars, they wouldn't be able to protest or carry a gun. This is Raider 7, Wounded Warrior Battalion East. Yeah. Why so serious? Staff Sergeant Adele Manuel, retired sergeant. This is like an art show. This is all pencil. Yeah, this is all pencil drawings. Yeah, hold on a minute. Yeah, this is in Battle of Fallujah. I want to step back a little bit so you get the whole thing. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. This is called The Devil Is Back. Oil and pencil and paper. This is Love and Embrace, when the father comes home to their children. And this is oil and pencil on paper also. It doesn't even look like it was finished. There's an outline here of what whoever was going to do some more, but they didn't get it done. But anyways, it still shows you the purpose. There's even a flag outlined right here. See it? The day of sorrow, when one man's brother dies in combat. The Marines gave ultimate sacrifice and lost their lives while conducting a humanitarian relief supply mission to Iran following a devastating earthquake. The Marines were on board a UH-1Y Venom helicopter that crashed 8 miles north of Cherakat, Nepal. The painting not only depicts the Marines who lost their lives in the effort to save others, but it also indicates or includes hidden images of great heroes like John Basilone, a U.S. Marine killed in action during World War II, Chris Kyle, a U.S. Navy SEAL who was killed at age 38 by a friend and a former Marine. These men and women were included to exemplify the ultimate commitment. Like I was saying, there's hidden things in this. And I think this might be Chris Kyle in the window. Not sure.
I think you're right.
Because there's somebody there in the bell. 100 years ago, we were a nation in the throes of the Great War. Women didn't have the right to vote, and the need for military doughboys was significant. The motivation influential women and men across North Carolina to establish Red Cross chapters to serve their communities during hardships and war. Today, 100 years later, the Red Cross in North Carolina remains strong, serving the needs of our local communities with programs to support our active duty and military veterans and their families daily, delivering relief of victims of large disaster events. This is called Looking Through the Fence. We're all looking through a fence of our lives. I bet you some of this artwork helped some of the PTSD soldiers with their PTSD. Crossing the Canal, as this one's called. And this is what home looked like to some of the soldiers. And this is called home. This is called clarity. This is called fighting for tomorrow.